Hi there, my name is Dr. Richard Alleyne. I'm one of the palliative care consultants, and I'm also the Wellbeing Champion for Junior Doctors. And I just want to steal 10 minutes of your time. I'll keep it brief to give you an update of what's happening with wellbeing support for junior doctors, particularly when we've got a new cohort who are going to start any month soon. Just a bit of context then. In 2015, this tweet went viral from a medical registrar on his night shift, and he went up to the vending machine and there was a sign on it that said, "The light inside is broken, but I still work." And the doctor said, "Me too, vending machine, me too." And that captured some of the morale of the medical workforce at that time. Things didn't get any easier. In fact, things got so much worse. And the impact of COVID on the well-being and mental health of the workforce right across the nation has been really significant. Now, the challenges with well-being have been well documented. That paper up on the left was done in 2018, commissioned by the GMC, and it really does highlight some of the challenges that doctors of all grades face when working in medicine. The other two documents have been written post-COVID, and we use these documents to guide the types of things that we should be providing as a trust to be able to support and care for the well-being of our junior doctors in the most effective way. Now, just to say up front then, I'm one small cog in a much bigger wheel of wellbeing work that's being done across the trust. So apologies up front. This is not everything that's going on in wellbeing. I'm just focusing in here on junior doctors. So I just want to be clear, there's a lot of other stuff happening across Dudley too. And our group feeds up to that bigger working and steering group. So if one of the junior doctors did have a challenge with their well-being, we're encouraging them in the induction video and just informally to get help, to seek for support. And there are multiple ways that they can do that, either through their own consultant teams, their educational or clinical supervisors, their foundation year program directors. There's the clinical training fellows, and then there's lots of other staff, people like Kate Holmes or Nilofer Ashraf, who's the foundation year support, who's standing in for Vicky Nivert at the moment. Then there's occupational health and wellbeing as a whole department where you can refer people to, and we'll come back to that later. And then there's myself, my role as the wellbeing champion for junior doctors. So this is me. That's my phone number. Feel free to pause the video and pop that number into your phone if you want to. And there's my email. It's richard.alleyne@nhs.net. So what do I do? Well, mainly it's been seeing F1s and F2s. I'm looking to change that next year, but I have 30-minute wellbeing reviews with them, usually on Teams or face-to-face. Put the appointments in their calendars and hope that they accept and turn up. It's not mandated that they come, but just really encouraged. So what happens at the Wednesday wellbeing clinics? Well, first of all, they're confidential, and I have to make this clear to all of the doctors that attend. It's an opportunity for reflection, and then we work through their wellbeing in a holistic review, a review that was developed by HEE. And then we develop a mini action plan, and then depending on the outcomes of the mini action plan or issues that arise during the consultation, I may either refer for further support or provide my own follow-up as needed. So there are a number of different outcomes that can come from one of these consultations. For some doctors, it's just we've had this 30-minute reflection, they've come up with their mini action plan, there are no outstanding issues, and I don't see them again. They know, of course, that they can come back to me if needed in the future, and I give them my contact details. For some junior doctors, we agree that they've got some issues with their mini action plan and that there are some things they want to resolve, and so they go away and do that, and then I meet up with them again to check in and see how they've got on with that. And for some junior doctors, it's a case of me seeing them on multiple occasions throughout the year just to support them, give them that little bit of extra counselling or support at the low level that I can provide. And then for some junior doctors, it's a case of referring them on to occupational health for professional counselling. And in such cases, when appropriate, we escalate to the clinical supervisors or educational supervisors as needed. Okay, so how can you support this? Well, I think the first thing to say is that there are way too many junior doctors within the trust for me to see all of them face to face in the way that I've described. I have been able to meet with the majority of the FY1s and FY2s, and rightly or wrongly, those are the group that I've focused in on. Therefore, what I need your support with is within your own departments. If you do come across a junior doctor who is struggling with a particular wellbeing issue, then just be aware that of my role and what I do. And if you feel it's appropriate to refer that person to me, then just get in touch, connect us, send an email to us both, and then I will get in touch with that junior doctor and arrange for an appointment for us to see each other. I'd also be really grateful if, when a junior doctor has to go to a wellbeing appointment, if you would be able to support them where applicable, if you could support them with attending that meeting. And I think the other thing is just to remember that I don't necessarily fix all of the wellbeing issues. I can support them, I can signpost them, but really it's a collaborative approach with occupational health, with the CS and the ES, with the work that I'm doing. It's a collaborative approach for support for those doctors who find themselves in more difficult situations. And then finally, if you've got any ideas on how this can develop, what I'm doing, how it could be done better, please do just get in touch and let me know. Okay, so going forwards then, what are the next steps? Well, to support this, like I said, there's so many junior doctors. We need a slightly different approach, I think, and part of that is whether or not we can get some senior trainees to be wellbeing champions within the different departments. And this is an idea that's been floated, but we can try to get those wellbeing champions to support their own departments, thinking about things like the environment, things like, are there any practices that could be changed? Could they provide support to their juniors on the ward? So that's something that we're looking at, and I'm speaking to the different heads of department about that. We're hoping next year to run a course which is being run across the Black Country called Thriving in Medicine. This is for FY1s and FY2s. So hopefully that's going to start in the next academic year. And then, like I've said before, I'm in this steering group where we're trying to match the priorities within the Midlands Charter to our actions for the coming year. And then all of this work feeds up, like I said, to the bigger wellbeing steering groups. Finally then, I just thought I would remind you about some of the available resources in the Trust. I didn't know about these until I started looking into it, so I just wanted to share it with you. First of all, there's a wealth of stuff, information, resources on the Occupational Health Hub page. Do take a moment to familiarise yourself with that. It's really good stuff. Did you know that there was a staff physiotherapy service? Maybe you didn't. When I did my rotator cuff, I discovered this. I was referred to it, and I was seen really quite quickly, supported really well. It was a brilliant service. I'm just telling you so you're aware that it's there. Now, it'd be really good if you were aware of this. This is called BHSF Rise. I don't know what the letters stand for, but it's a really good service. If you just look down the things that it offers here, so all of this is on the Occupational Health webpage, and I've referred a number of people to this. This is free. It's a service that Dudley pays for, but it's free for employees of Dudley. And like you can see there, it's 24/7, 365 days a year. It's confidential counselling. There's 24/7 access to free legal help. There's financial support, and what happens is you phone up and they will do an assessment on you there and then depending on what your need is, they will then send you on for whatever that support is, that counselling or therapy or whatever it is. And it's just, when I discovered this and I've been directing people to it, it's just been a really helpful resource to know about. And Remploy is similar. This one's dedicated to mental health support within the workplace. Again, it's all there on the Occupational Health website. And then this is a screenshot from the Occupational Health website. I just wanted to show you there's a wealth of things that are available to support people. So do take a moment to familiarize yourself with it, because either you might feel like you want to contact some of these supports, some of your nurses, some of your doctors, whoever. Just be aware of it, because it's good to know. And then, of course, everyone needs to be aware of the freedom to speak up guardian for those times when they really do need that confidential support about something that's really concerning them in the workplace. And so that's it. I hope that's been helpful. Please do get in touch if you want to discuss wellbeing for junior doctors any further, or have any ideas. Please do get in touch. Thanks for your time.